Javelosa versus Tapus, GR number 204361, dated July 4, 2018. This talks about Article 428 of the Civil Code, particularly on the topic unlawful detainer. The facts of the case are as follows. The petitioner is the registered owner of a parcel of land which she acquired by donation from her predecessor in interest. However, the subject property was occupied by Tapus. Allegedly, the respondent's predecessor was assigned as a caretaker of the subject property and therefore possessed and occupied a portion thereof upon the tolerance and permission of the owner. Petitioner's daughter learned that a relative of the respondents offered the subject property for sale. Thus, a case was initiated and undergone mediation proceedings at the barangay level. However, no settlement was reached. The petitioner sent a demand letter to the respondents ordering them to vacate the subject property, but the same was unheeded. In this view, the petitioner filed a case for unlawful detainer. The issue of this case is whether or not the complaint of unlawful detainer will prosper. The court ruled that in an action for unlawful detainer, the plaintiff must show that the possession was initially lawful and thereafter establish the basis for such lawful possession. Similarly, should the plaintiff's claim that the respondent's possession was by his or her tolerance, then such acts of tolerance must be proved. A bare allegation of tolerance will not suffice. At least, the plaintiff must point to the overt acts indicative of his or her or predecessor's permission to occupy the disputed property. Failing in this regard, the occupant's possession could then be deemed to have been illegal from the beginning. Consequently, the action for unlawful detainer will fail. It cannot be gainsaid that the fact of tolerance is of utmost importance in an action for unlawful detainer. The court's ruling should not in any way be misconstrued as coddling the occupant of the property at the expense of the lawful owner. Rather, what this resolution seeks to impress is that even legal owner of the property cannot conveniently usurp possession against a possessor through a summary action of ejectment without proving essential requisites thereof. Accordingly, should the owner choose to file an action for unlawful detainer, it is imperative for him or her to first and foremost prove that the occupation was based on her permission or tolerance. Without proof that the possession was legal at the outset, the logical conclusion would be that the defendant's possession of the subject property will be deemed illegal from the very beginning, for which the action for unlawful detainer shall be dismissed.